So happy 10th of December. I'm actually recording this now on the 9th because to divide continue on the topic of resistance, and I thought it's more practical to just simply continue because I had a few more things that I wanted to do with you about it. So we activated here and here and worked with the jaw. Now you can stand up and see that. So in standing, now bring the same kind of force that we did with pushing forward. Bring the feeling of resistance or the feeling of resisting, and you can bend your knees. Show it from the side. Bend your knees, and by breathing out, push up. So it's as if your feet are resisting the floor, resisting the ground, pushing against it, and thereby also allowing you to have more space. So breathing out, every time you breathe out, you push yourself upwards. You feel how you're pushing, resisting the ground. And 2 more times. Really feeling that you're sinking down, breathing in, and you're resisting. Your feet are really pushing against the floor. And you're standing up 1 more time. And for a moment again, just feel what your body wants to do with that at the moment. And notice if there's something that wants to have more space. For me, automatically, directly from this kind of movement, from the pushing down, it's my lower back is telling me movement. It wants to have more space. My hips want to move. I notice my shoulders want to also be allowed to move. So as next, we're going to do something that might seem a bit, look a bit funny, but we're going to really resist the wall. So I go back towards the wall. And actually, even more fun and good and challenging is if you have a person to do this with. So using the wall is one good possible way when you're alone or you don't have someone who you want to challenge in this way. But if you have the possibility to do this with a person, like we're going to be pushing first with the hands against the wall. So just pushing away and trying to push with the arms and with the hands. And at the same time activate. I'm doing it like this because then I go to the wall and I show it there, but probably from there it won't be possible to hear so much. But so you're pushing with your hands against the wall, you're pushing with all the front of your body. You can also, very effective and good is to push with your head. So you can push your head against. And if you have a person to do this, you can push with your arms, bringing as much of your strength as possible, and just like we were doing with the arms against the air, there to really use the resistance of this person or of this physical of the wall to really feel, putting all your strength into resisting the pushing away. And then we're going to do it with our back. So pushing with the back, and this is actually one of my favorite exercises together with, like when you have another person. It's an exercise that I use a lot also in the work together with a colleague of mine. We have my colleague Svenja Sauer. We have a project for the last few years which is called Angrenzen, like on boundaries. So it's very much about exploring boundaries, exploring what boundaries is for us, for each one of us, like individually, like what boundaries mean, how boundaries express themselves within us, without us, and outside of us, inside of us, and how in different kinds of ways. So if you're interested in this, we have also a page for this project, Angrenzen.com, and a lot of materials in German, but there's some interviews that we've done that are also in English, so check that out if you want to. And they're one of our favorite exercises actually that we use a lot is this back against back. So in workshops that we're given is a lot like pushing against, because it's also the feeling of a boundary that is at the same time a contact. And it's actually a beautiful way to wake up the back and to feel like by pushing against someone else or even against a wall, against an object, the possibility to feel different part of your back that maybe you're not so conscious of when you just stay. So getting very awake and conscious of the back. We used to call it the bear against the tree. So the feeling of being a bear and sort of rubbing your back against the tree. I think it's a fun, nice picture. I show now, so pushing with the arms to start off with. And pushing with all of the front of your body. And as I said, you can also push with your head. You can push from different sides. And just try to bring as much strength as possible for a couple of minutes or 1 minute or something, to bring in as much strength as possible, pushing against the wall, as if you can even almost feel as if you could break through it or make it fall. And then turn to your back, and then push with your back against the wall. You can push with the back of your head also. And you can move and push. See, how can you put as much strength into this as possible? Pushing with your feet against the floor and your back against the wall. With your shoulders and your elbows. And don't forget to breathe to collect strength. longer, pushing with all your strength. Letting go. And as always, activate my computer. See that it's actually recording. So again, just taking the time to stand and feel what that did. And breathe. And letting go of extra effort. And allowing your body to do anything it wants to do. So again, sort of freestyle, stretching, moving. Yeah. So that was the second unit on resistance. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, feedback, wishes for specific areas or specific exercises that you would like me to work with in the Advent calendar in the next few days, please feel free to send me a message. My contact is on the website. I wish you a lovely day and see you again tomorrow.